So the auditor is asking questions of the other person, and the questions are such that try to bring the person to look at this area of the reactive mind. When we come close to something, before the person is aware or can see the trauma, the electrical charge that I was talking about, the charge from the clash is beginning to go into action. That's why we call it reactive mind. Reactio, action, reaction. So the whole purpose is actually by the auditor, is to direct the person's attention to the traumas that he's not aware of. Because if I'm aware of it, it's not a trauma. But this device called e-meter, electrometer, is very sensitive, and when we talk about a subject that has charge, this will start showing here on the needle. Okay? Okay, Tammy?
Yeah, just one word. The session of auditing is done in privacy, okay? And everything is confidential. Okay, it's not like we don't do it like in such a forum. Okay. Okay. Harry, now I will ask you if you can think. 1 second. Here we go. If you can think about something unpleasant that happened in this last week.
Okay.
Thank you.
Σε ευχαριστώ.
Yeah. Can you think about one thing?
Μπορείς να σκεφτείς ένα πράγμα μόνο.
That one.
Yeah.
Αυτό το ένα. Ωραία.
Hold on. We saw it here and then again here. Okay.
Το βλέπουμε εδώ και πάλι εδώ, κοιτάζοντας τις ενδείξεις.
Okay. The same thing or
Yeah,
another?
Σκέψου πάλι το ίδιο πράγμα.
Okay.
Thank you.
Σε ευχαριστώ.
Was it like less?
Yes, it was a little less.
A little bit less, huh?
Yeah.
Την επόμενη φορά ήταν κάπως λιγότερο.
Yeah.
Το επιβεβαιώνει.
Thank you. Okay, good. This is just a mini demonstration, okay? Like I'm trying to locate an area of charge. It can something that happened this week, today, yesterday, years ago, okay? And with the specific questions, we are discharging the area. This is like, just in a nutshell, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of processes that are aimed at specific areas of charge. It's not very difficult to learn how to use this electrometer, okay? There are 20 different dances of the needle. It goes this way, it goes that way, it goes this way, it goes this way, the whoops, it goes, you know, there are like 25 different motions. And each motion describes what happens to the charge and the pictures in the mind, in the reactive mind. So we choose one subject or one area and we work on that in that session, in that meeting, until the charge is gone. Maybe all of it, maybe just some of it, because sometimes, you know, we're dealing with heavy traumas that cannot just be handled in one meeting, okay? And it has many, like one trauma has many ramifications in many areas.
How do you work with the traumas? How do you work? I mean, through discussion with
I asked the person, like, any unpleasant, you know, they're very specific questions, to tell me about unpleasant situations in life or in body-wise. Then he tells me, and I see if it's...
you analyze it after,
yes.
like a psychiatrist, like a psychoanalyst. How do you process them?
I'm getting the information from the person, and I do not analyze it for him. I just ask him questions and he's looking at the trauma or at the unpleasant moment, and he gets into conclusion, into a cognition, into a realization, like what happened, why it happened, and how it relates to his life. I'm not analyzing for him anything. I say nothing. I'm not evaluating for him. I do not tell him what he should think about this incidents. Yeah, I'm totally like I'm not
Exactly.
here. I'm not here. I just ask questions and he looks. I ask question and he looks. Let's say the guy had a pain in the elbow. He went to the doctor, to the neurologist, to the orthopedic. Nothing is wrong with the elbow. Okay, he comes for a session and I ask him, okay, what's happening? He said, oh, I have a pain in my elbow. Poof, I see it here. Good. I tell him, okay, was there a specific incident that something happened to your elbow? Okay, he says, yeah. 2 months ago, I fell off my bicycle. Good. We handle that incident. That some charge is removed. He feels lighter. You know, on the electrometer we see it's better now, less charge. But then it doesn't fully resolve. He still has some sensation here. Good. And then I ask him, is there an earlier similar time you had a pain in your elbow? And then he says, I don't know. No. Yeah, something comes up. I said, what is it? He says, oh, when I was 5 years old, I was riding my tricycle and I fell off and I hit my elbow. Good. So we handle that. I ask him more questions about it. He sees it more clearly because it was buried there. It was under, you know, it was like suppressed. Yeah, it was buried. He didn't see it really. Now we talk about it. Wow, it comes up. We handle some of that. Most of the charge is gone, but not all of it. He still feels not really good about it. Then I ask him, is there an earlier similar time you had pain in your elbow? Poof! Woo, what's that? No, never. Look. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a mind reader. Okay, I just look at the meter and say, okay, there is something there. Take a look there. No, this is a really strange picture. It has nothing to do with this environment. I said, good. Okay, what is it? And I says something really funny. I don't know. We are in a desert and horses. I don't know. I said, look, just look. Look and tell me. And then he looks. Good. And the more he looks at it, he finds out that he was riding a horse in the desert. It was 1782 and he fell off the horse and he hit his elbow and something happened and he made some decisions and some ideas and some considerations to hold on to that, and there was something happened there, and since then he has this problem with his elbow. And the minute we go over that,
Yes.
it's okay. The minute we go over that, and he really looks at it, it all goes away. So I'm using this emitter to see the reactions, okay, and the reactions are the same. Something that happened 2 weeks ago, something that happened age 5, something that happened in 1782. Same reactions. I don't mind what the guy is telling me, and I don't tell him what he should think about it, or you know, in 1782 there were no horses in the desert. You know? I don't say anything like that because it's what he sees, what he experiences, and my job is just to take out the charge and to get the guy to feel better, to understand why he's having all this uncurable elbow, which is now maybe more curable or less bothering him. And this is like on all areas of life. So, Yanis, we are spirits.
True.
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.